You're Sperp back with another video, and I just got done wrapping up watching this brand new limited series on Netflix called Dear Child. It's about 6 episodes long. This was a fascinating watch from start to finish. It's a thriller mystery, a mystery that's going to keep you guessing and guessing. And I liked how this whole story kind of started, where you have, you know, one of our main characters with these kids, and then all of a sudden, this character that is presumed to be this missing girl that people are looking for, Lena, ends up in the hospital because she gets hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? And it's just her and this girl, Hannah, the little girl. And they're at the hospital, and now the family that's been looking for their missing kid for over 13 years thinks that this person that got hit by the car and is end up in the hospital is their missing daughter, Lena. But once they realize that the person that's in the hospital bed is not their daughter, they get really kind of defensive and upset because they've been looking for their daughter for 13 years. But they recognize the little girl, Hannah, and Hannah recognizes the grandfather. The grandfather goes by the name of Mateus, and the grandma's name is Karen. And this is where the mystery really starts to unfold, as you learn a lot of information through Hannah as she's talking to this nurse. And the nurse is kind of freaked out because she is just coming off very traumatized. But for a little kid, she doesn't know really what that means. You know what I'm saying? She tells the nurse, yeah, I used to clean up blood, and certain things that can let you know that there's something more at play, and something bad happened with Hannah. And not only Hannah, but the girl that's sitting in the hospital bed, which later gets revealed to be, her real name is Jasmine, so we're just going to call her Jasmine from now on. And this series is going to keep you guessing on who's who and what is going on. Is Lena still alive? Is she not? And if she is alive, where is she? Or if she's dead, where are her remains? And how many people are at play? And because at the beginning, in the first 2 episodes, it makes it think like Mateus has something to do with this, like he's involved. Because it's like, why would Hannah recognize you but not like anything else? And there's also these two cops that kind of have two separate stories. Jared, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's been with the Becks trying to kind of figure out what happened to Lena for the last 13 years. And they also kind of make it seem like he might be a suspect in all this. And then Ada, she kind of is another person working another angle, trying to figure out, okay, we found this military base where another kid that goes by the name Jonathan, that's the other boy that was down there with Jasmine and Hannah. And once they get to this military base, they realize, oh shit, there's like landmines here, and a dude just ends up losing his leg. That was a really brutal scene, very graphic. But that's the type of character that Ada is. She is willing to go above her authority because this was a military site. She was supposed to get clearance, but she didn't want to wait around because we don't know what state that this kid could be in, and they just kind of rushed in. And how they kind of set this up, the person that was abducting all these different peoples, like he had so many, backup plans, in case they found the spot, he would just blow that place up and find a new spot. This was a really interesting watch. I don't want to kind of spoil exactly how it plays out, but I feel like it was pretty satisfying. And it's also kind of fucked up just seeing the traumatic things that Jasmine went through to the point where she's like hearing voices in her head. She's just acting not like herself, and thinking that she might have been pregnant, because that was a thing throughout the whole series. Is she or is she not? And the fact that the kids have two different dads. There's just a lot of things that kind of keep you guessing and keep you glued to the screen to figure out exactly what is going on and who's behind all of this, who's pulling the strings. Is it the grandfather? Is it the cop that's been just, been there with the Becks for X amount of years, and he's just kind of cover up his tracks? But it does a really good job of laying out this story and explaining exactly in detail what happened and how it went down, how everything kind of gets resolved. I enjoyed it. For 6 episodes, each episode being around like 50 minutes or so, I think they did a good job telling a story that was just pretty straightforward and keeping you guessing and keeping the mystery not so obvious, just always kind of subverting your expectations. I know people hate that phrase, but yeah, definitely go check this out if you haven't on Netflix. This was really cool. It's a really easy watch. May not be easy for some people because, like I said, you're dealing with children and a woman that's been like kind of traumatized. So if that's not your thing, you know what I'm saying, you probably gonna pass on this. But the story is really good, and I feel like it's worth a watch. That's just my short take on this series. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.